Show. That's right. It's Tuesday. What the hell is going on? It's been a crazy week, I'll tell you. Oh shoot, I forgot my tripod. Well, this is frustrating. My goodness. Okay, well, I go emerge back into the barking dogs for a moment. The reason why my dogs are going insane right now is somehow my neighbor's dog seems to keep escaping from her backyard. And I felt a little weird. We're friends, but I didn't want to just go into her backyard and try to figure out how to fix that. So I've got the dog in my yard because it's secure for a big dog. So anyway, they're flipping out. Let's get back into the show in 2 seconds here. Uncle Potsquatch will be ready in exactly 45 seconds ish. All right? All right. Yeah, so we had to go rescue our neighbor's dog from running around the streets and stuff. It was interesting. And of course, I did not bring the monitor phone with me. All right, 45 seconds. Let's go quick. I'll be right back. Woo! And we're back. Thank you for being patient, ladies and gentlemen. We have the phone booting up now. I did charge it, just didn't turn it on. So anyway, my friends, Uncle Potsquatch is coming to you hot, hard, and heavy here. It's the makeup show on a Tuesday from the other day. Well, that room is empty. No, I know. It's called Getting Your House Ready. We're doing viewings here, and I'm actually almost done installing a new little shower there. A little bit more work to do in there, and that'll be done. But we've got some good news too, everybody. Big moment though. Now that I'm back, got the phone booting up there. I need to apologize for missing the show on Sunday. It was a long day. Basically went and viewed a place. It's a very competitive market right now, and people are moving quick. Oh shit! And I wanted to go like bang out, make sure what my room on my actual mortgage stuff was. And the fact is, my guy, who's my mortgage guy, all right, yeah. Big shout out to you, Lolly. You know what I'm saying, buddy? We went and had a drink there, me and the miss there, and we banged out the paperwork. It was all good. And so we're good to go. We actually have, to my understanding, an accepted offer on a place. Hinging on us finish selling this place and a couple of other things. So we'll see what happens. Ooh, but working on it. We're going to go sit down now. And we're going to say hi to everybody. Whew. Busy times here at the Potsquatch Growers, I'll tell you. But we're doing what we need to do to get things moving ahead. We're doing what we need to do to get things ready. So the new place we found, it's a pretty little place. It's not quite as big as I'd wanted, but we can get creative and at least do a smaller facility there. A little bit, maybe. With less startup cost anyway. So that's pretty good. This phone's still not booted up. It's almost done. Just waiting for it. And then I have something I can easily read. And we'll start saying hello to everyone. 1 second. All right. Here we go. All right. Now, do I have sound on? Turn that down good. 1 second. More like college things, ads on my stuff. Interesting. Wow. All right. All right. Live chat. Pull it up. There we go. All right, everybody. Welcome to the actual normal show where I actually am going to say some shit to everybody. I got to go up here to the beginning and say hello. Hello, Ganja Nana, yo mama. What's happening, Greens and 373 Steel? What's happening, Red Claws? Today, Red Claws, your pack showed up. Thank you so much, my friend. It got here safely. All is well. Soul Price. Good to see you. 1 second here. Just playing catch up. Like you son. So now food done. Wait, what? Cheers to you, my friend. What's up, Ganjanani, yo mama? What's happening, LST, UK, Big Bud? What's happening, Wild Bill? What's happening, Greens, 373 Steel, Wild Bill? I'm just reading right now. I'm a little high right now, everybody. I apologize. What's happening, Michael Linus? All right. Do. What's happening, Nicole Lenman? Good to see you. Rescue Ready Roadside LLC. Good to see you. All right. 2 seconds here. Phone's being funky. There we go. What's up, Gangsta Fly 5000? Good to see you. What's happening? Just Grow It. Good to see you. All right. New Grower 420. What's up? Jid Gaff. What's happening? Jeremiah Sanchez. Good to see you. How many beers? Oh, I've only had a few beers. I've smoked a few doobies, though. What's happening, Aussie Big Buds? Whoa, Aussie Big Buds. Good time. Good long time no see. What's happening? Victor, good to see you. Is the neighbor's dog all right there?
He's cool.
Yeah? All right.
He's chilling.
Good. Except for my dogs. They're probably having an issue. What's happening, Eddie? Good to see you. What's happening, Alex Taylor?
I'm only flipping out a little bit.
All right. What's happening, Bill Gore? Good to see you, motherfucker. What's up, Matt Hoffman? What's up, number one Matrix Man? What's happening, Christopher Budley? Malcolm Smith. Good to see you. Kamat432. And Adam Dabdoob. And Visible Jason Clay. And, oh, wait. Where did this come from?
Gift from heaven.
How did that happen? Oh, there's a voice. Are we hearing voices? Are you hearing
Most
voices?
are.
I thought I was very high. Oh, something hit the camera. Oh, wait.
Hello, everybody.
Actually, for a second, they might not aesthetically know who you are. Like,
Fuck that, I'm Mike the Safe Ride guy. Or, Will Riker, depending on how you want to look at me.
yeah.
If you're looking at me.
Well, they are this time. That's the problem. I was like, wait a minute. This may not be the reveal we thought it would be. They may not aesthetically get who you are.
I'm an implant, transplant, quadruplant.
There we
I've
go.
been re-vegged and monster cropped.
Oh, right.
Just like his
Oh,
beard.
also, too, we got to be listening for Sean and Buddy. Are going to show up at the house.
That's okay, the dogs will let us know.
No, they won't. They're barking continuously because of the
I'll
other
check on
dog.
it. I'll make it happen.
All right. Well, I didn't see. It sounds like they might even be there with them.
Yeah, go do a cruise.
Do a cruise. Just keep an eye on it. Once we have everybody locked in, we're good. Sorry about that, everybody. Business meetings and life happening while shows happening, as well as saving your neighbor's dog. It was funny. Like, my dogs were flipping out, and I look out the window, and I see this giant dog on the property. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's my neighbor, Connie's dog. I actually have already taken it back to its house once already today. It somehow keeps getting out of the backyard, and I'm not sure how. But anyway, let's get back to the show here, everybody. What's up, Cody Marijuanco? All right. Yes, so Gordy's Fish, if you are having a consistent flowering happen under 24-hour photo period, my friend, dear God, if it's consistent, we are definitely experiencing a non-photo existence auto flowering cannabis. 100% on that, my friend. All right, here, I've just got to keep reading and catching up here. Yes, it is, Ganchanana, your mama. Yes, it is.
Live and in person. It's moi.
Okay.
Everybody needs their right hand man.
Oh, Johnny Summertime, if you're making reference to the old Jerky Boys, you kicked my dog? Oh, yes, I loved those growing up. That was a big thing for me. Loved the Jerky Boys back in the day. But anyway, everybody, no, this is not the new spot. Christopher Bodley, this is actually what was here the whole time. This is my current place. This is the place that we are selling and moving on to a new location. So at the end of the day, we've got a potential place. I believe we've got an accepted offer with conditions between the two parties currently, and we'll see if that all comes to fruition. But we're working on it, ladies
You're
and
looking
gentlemen.
at the new mayor of Hope,
That's
BC.
right. That's
That'd be
right.
him.
If I end up moving to Hope, it's because it's not 100% concrete, but
Almost in the bag.
I may have already announced at the 2 bars in the town of 10,000 people that I will be running for mayor in the next run. So, I mean, the current mayor won with 1,293 votes, and I figure in a community of 10,000 people, being Uncle Potsquatch, I'm pretty sure I could get at least 1,300
You're
votes. And so we're gonna, why not? It'll be good. But anyway, everybody, let's
show off your swag that you got today.
the quiet witch says you didn't send me the link, FYI. That is very possible. Oh, can you check that? That sounds like maybe.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Right
See, I speak midget puppy. I live with him all day, 24/7. I mean, it's like there's been a disturbance in the forest. All right. 1 second here, everybody. We're just trying to play catch up here for a second, everybody. I mean, Christopher Budley, that was funny. Like, I made the joke to Mike. I was like, man, like, all I need is 1,300 votes probably to win. Yeah, I got this. And Mike's like, well, you got more fans than that. I was like, yeah, but they're not in the voting registry.
They're just barking at that other dog.
Oh, yeah. Is the other dog okay?
Oh, yeah, he's cool.
We didn't leave the smoke pit open, so he's not going to eat cigarette butts or anything like that?
Too busy being a dog.
Okay, cool. My yard seems to hold him securely so far.
Got the right accoutrements.
Okay, good. Well, I've never tested it with a large dog on our property, and he keeps getting out of her really nice
dogs
fast.
together, you're not going to get close to the size of that one.
No, yeah. My dogs are so small they can crawl under the thing. All right. No, Joe Quadruple 7B. There's a lot of reservations outside of Hope, but Hope itself is a freehold territory. At least the parts I'm looking at.
Lots of tugs and shit of just extraneous, extra electronical things.
Yes, I do. I'm that man. I have many parts for many things. Well, not a collector. I regularly use a lot of random shit that I have in my tubs. But 1 second here. We've got a question coming in from Red Claws. So here's one for you, brother. Just transition my feed for my girls. Do I give them that feed once or one more time? So do you mean you're doing a transitional feed where I've often classically talked about using a 3-part system, equal parts throughout it at said time? If that's what you're talking about, my friend, then I would do that for roughly the first week. And then beginning in that second week, mid-second week is when we start to really kind of start to transition to more of that bloom mix on our multi-part system. I hope that helps. Is he passed out behind me in the tent? Yeah, that's
too.
Yeah, no, that's what he does. Okay, Adam Dude. What is good off the top PPM nutrient schedule for veg? Well, Adam, I actually don't feed via PPM in terms of my styles of feeding my cannabis.
Follow any schedule?
No, well, I freestyle a lot of shit. Not anymore. Maybe many moons ago.
Back when you were a little grower.
However, okay, are we talking like a seedling right now? Because I can speak PPM to you. I don't like it, but I'll try. So, do we mean initial few weeks? Or you probably said the question. I'm just stoned. Let's read it again. Oh, for just generalized veg. Okay, do we mean seedling veg? Do we mean initial veg of once we have like a 7 or 8 node set in? And then that's kind of what we're talking in terms of that. We can do, but it also depends. Like PPM, that's where PPM isn't the best way to approach feeding because every nutritional system is actually a little bit different. Yes, most standardized 3 parts are the same shit. But as years go on, the options of different nutritions or products out there for us to all be playing with are quite diversified, right? So we can't speak in a generalized across-the-board PPM typically and still get the best results. So that's why I guess in this day and age, I kind of always steer away, especially from this obsession with PPM feeding. PPM feeding is more of a thing when it comes to a big hydro system or when we're doing big reservoirs for our watering and feeding on giant grows. But when it comes to craft and smaller setups, steering away from that is a good thing, I think. But anyway, let's read some more stuff. And then you can send more information on that and I'll touch back on it. Don't worry, my brain can do that. Scissor A says, dog. I said, dog, what's up? Mo Chronic, peace, brother. Peace to you, man. Discord. I know the name. I don't know what it is, though, Price. Oh, shit, man. Cody, I'm really sorry. What was your mom's name, Cody? We'll do a minute of silence in memory of your mom, dude. I'm really sorry about that. 55% relative humidity, Matt Hoffman is my happy place. Thank you, Megan.
Yeah.
Kemet432, what are the full powers of a mayor of a community of only 10,000 people? Probably not much, realistically, but at the same time, it's still a fun idea, and I'll look into that. 1 second here. I got to look into the local issues originally. Einstein, that's not very nice. And if you speak such like that again, 2 strikes and you're out. You won't even be allowed back here, bud. That's not very nice. Don't say that kind of shit, bud. One second here. I'm just playing catch up, everybody. Cody, what was your mom's name, if I may ask? We'll do a memory for her.
Not here yet.
Greens at 373 steel. I don't check my runoff ppm either. I literally let the plant talk to me, and that's how I go. I freestyle all my feedings. And at the end of the day, the only time in this day and age where I legitimately use a ppm meter is, 1, if I'm testing a basic water source, or 2, if I'm wanting to be like really on top of my flushing in those last kind of 4, 5, 6 days of that. I'm gonna then stick that ppm meter in there and do that. All right, so 1 second here, everybody. I'm gonna try to play catch up here. Deal with me. One second here, everybody. We're playing catch up. The Green Planet product, resin Red Claws. I'm a big fan of it. I started 2 or 3 runs ago using it. I like it. The one thing I've noticed is the same genetics. It's having at least really decent rosin returns on my presses. So the product's called resin. One would say, well, one would think this would bring up
Almost self-explanatory.
Yeah. And it's proof, though. We are seeing numbers of, like, for example, when we did that half-ounce press on that pink kush that we shared on Instagram, as well as 2 other half-ounce presses, we had a return of 3.7 grams and 14 grams. That's a very decent press return. So, yeah. Bloody hell, how far behind am I? 1 second here, everybody. I got also to Cody, if you said her name. Oh, you'll be right back. Okay, sorry, Cody. Okay, everybody, I'm trying to power read. Okay, you're back. That was nuts. Don't forget people use club soda. Nope, that's true, Jeremiah. It's a real trick. It really does. I find it a great secondary product to add into a sort of a general mix and feed and stuff. Cody, what was your mom's name, if it's okay? And if it's not okay to ask, that's cool, but we'll do a moment, a minute of silence for your mom. My dogs won't shut up, and I apologize, but hopefully they will. Maybe they'll sense it. But we can all do that around the world. Everybody, if you're wearing a hat, we'll take it off. Mike, take off your hat. And rarely would I ever do that. Her name was Denise Monco. Here, refocus. There we go. It got freaked out. The second we took our hats off, our balding heads freaked out the lenses.
Totally.
Okay, everybody, please join me at 19 minutes and 12 seconds in. We're going to start a minute of silence for Denise Monco, who recently passed from COVID. We remember when your family got the COVID, dude, and I know a lot of you are doing better, and we talked about your mom before on the shows, and I'm really sorry that you've lost her. So everybody join us in a moment of silence, and my dickhead dogs will be like the 21 gun salute, I guess. to Denise. Hopefully somewhere Denise is watching all of us right now. So, moving on. Thank you for letting us share your hard times with you, by the way, Cody. And just know we're all with you and thinking of you, okay?
Cody Marijuanico? Did you change his name? I like it.
Well, that's because YouTube killed the original one. So this was his new imagining, and I love it. Great name.
It's brilliant.
Cody. It's a great way to have a very similar actual connection to your previous branding. It's the new name. Love it. Totally makes sense, my friend. Welcome back. There it is. All right.
Damn, they got away from me.
I know it happens. LST UK Big Butt. Oh, I don't know what to say. Thank you very much for your kind words. Thank you. So, my friends, I'll tell you right now. So it's been a crazy couple of weeks, and thank you everyone for putting up for the miss of Sunday's show. But I'm just doing everything I got to do and trying really hard to kind of get us to a place to get everything done so we can get back to doing what we need to do. For those of you who are new here to the channel, you can see there that Gazzers, welcome to the show, by the way, and Mary Jane gave away, good to see you. All right. That is, in fact, the link to the Squatch lighting system. Check that out. If you have never checked them out, some of the most affordable professional grade tech around. And guess what? They're fixable, upgradable, and, fuck it. We're here to stand with you.
Customer service is reasonable.
Yeah.
Very reasonable.
I mean, you're dealing with us, and we genuinely give a shit, and we do our best.
We will listen to your whining and your complaining. It's all good. If we have to.
Yep. Mike's much harsher with his viewing, but sometimes people do. Sometimes when you're in the service industry, you get stressed too. We all have hard days. It's okay. And you left the door open. You're not supposed to do that. You left the door open, Mike.
I'll take care of this Betty dog.
There's Black Betty, everybody. I'm not sure where Mogwai is. Oh, he's still going at the window, so we're good.
Oh, yes.
Wayne Sundstrom. No, to make a true distillate, one does require quite an advanced setup. So I have many friends who make them. I'm not a distillate kind of guy. For me, there's been far too much removed from it. It's just not my personal cup of tea. So for me personally, I'm more of a rosin kind of guy if I'm going to go into any extract world. Also a big fan of old school hash oils, etc.
I'm smoking legal distillate right now.
Oh, the devil's juice.
It's very legal.
That may have been an Audi engine. Can we go check?
No, okay. Sure.
I may also be hearing things, but
I've heard things.
Sorry, everybody. Taking care of 1,001 things while trying to do a makeup show for everybody. It's lots of fun. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that, Cody. I mean, it's not like we came up with it, so it's all right. We all know the song. So Donovan Regner says 6 weeks of flower on my re-veg plant. Wood. Oh yeah. So now, Donovan, how's that monster crop lady looking? What gallon size pot is she in? How much did you re-veg or veg her out before you flipped into that 6 week transition? Because Uncle Potsquatch is a big fan of monster cropping. Not gonna lie, I'm a big fan. Here's the other dog now.
Yeah,
that's right.
You're back.
Yes, you're back. You're a little dog.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Cody says, has anyone ever saw the video for that song? They're just chilling in their yard jamming. I don't know if I know that specific one, my friend. But, no. Adam Hansen says, how far to flower would I personally start microagitation? Well, basically, microagitation is really going to be beneficial after the point of where you really start to see that first set of initial trikes set in on your plants. Some stuff you're going to see right away. You're going to have trikes, then you wait, okay? You want them to set in fairly heavily if you see them early on in that first few days or first week of transition, and you see trikes already. Doesn't always happen. But once you see those trikes start to show up, classically a heavy initial triking would be a week 2, 2.5, maybe 3. And that's when really that microagitation regimen is when you're going to first start to actually start using that on your plant for maximum success. Because I'm a big fan of maybe not introducing that stress for the first week or two, right? But then as you start to have those trikes settle up, you're showing that the plant is already at that point where it's starting to throw those
You
glands
don't
out.
do anything usual.
No, yeah. So, but then once you see that, she's ready for that micro agitation.
You get that one. I get this
There we
one.
go. Everyone, Mogwai's sitting here too. This is the other dog here.
Everybody gets a dog.
This is Mogwai. Good boy. Calm down. You can sit down. Go sit, buddy. Oh, shit. Fucked up the phone here.
Mogwai. Oh, yes, Mogwai.
There we go. Mike Sparky says, what did I miss? Well, just sort of the initial start of the show. We're 25 minutes in now. Doing our thing, getting it going. All right, so let's keep. What's up, happening, Irish Wanderer? Good to see you, my friend. Irish Wanderer says, Potsquatch, what can happen if you just leave a plant in flower and not harvest it? Too much amber, bad thing, can the THC degrade? Smoke weed. Oh, okay. So long story short, if you leave a super long insetted plant, obviously, yes, you're going to have a huge amount of ambering happen. Eventually, you're going to have new growth happening. You're going to see like brand new clusters of new growth appearing throughout your bud. And that's never a good sign. Typically, often that'll couple with the plant starting to move into a natural but stabilized version of trying to knock itself up. You can see some nanners happening. And yes, THC will begin to degrade, and you're going to miss that perfect window because things start to convert, right? THC converts to CBN, et cetera, et cetera. Things start to develop and change over time. All right. So yeah, that's kind of what you're going to see typically with most marijuanas. Marijuana in general, But yeah.
Oh, the mystical elephant.
That's right, one of them. The other one's on this side. Sorry, Doc. He's sitting on my bladder. I got to piss.
You're getting punted.
Here. Take a moment to say hi to everybody, Mike. And if
Say
you
hi,
want,
everybody. How are ya?
and if you want to read messages, there you go.
It's minus 32 in Saskatchewan, where I left 2 days ago. It's just a little chilly. That's all you can call that. Like you, son. How's it going, buddy? Soul Price, what's up? Julio from Denver, man. What's up? Irish Wanderer, pal. How are you, bro? Good to see you, man. Old man? Who you calling old man? Well, I am old, actually. I resemble that remark. That's what I gotta say about that. 2 quarts. Speak to me in liters. I don't understand quarts. That's an American thing.
Quart's just under a liter.
Just under a liter. Nicole Ledman, what's up, girl? Cody Marijuana Co. I still love that name, bro. I really do. Big Tree Farms, buddy. How are ya? Mike Sparks, what's up? Ganja Nana, yo mama, we love you. What's on the shirt? That's my company. Safe Ride Designated Drivers. We drive drunk people home in their own cars and save lives in the process. It's pretty cool. I kind of like what I do. $81 people amongst us right now. This is good. See if we can get that up to 100. Yeah, I save frozen drunksicles nightly. If you're new to the channel, Gazer76 just shared the link to the CBD tincture. Check it out and buy a whack of it. Okay? There's micro-agitation videos out there, Grim M-I-T-Y.
I actually haven't made a formal video on it.
Oh, Squatchy buddy.
There you go.
Squatchy. Squatchy makes an appearance. He lost the hat,
There we go.
but he's okay. He's good. Oh, his hat's back now.
I just wanted to see you in a shot with the fucking Squatchy. That's what made me.
Yvonne Daigle, buddy, what's up?
What's
Good
up,
to see you.
Ivan?
You can have this back now.
No, that's cool. All right, everybody. Welcome back.
God, I'm out of
to
beer.
the
I'll be
show.
back.
Oh, that's all right. There's more.
I'll
in
do
the
a
fridge.
check for them people, too.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Here we go, everybody. Let's see here now. So Matt Hoffman, okay, I guess 2 quarts is a bit shy. Yeah, it'd be a little bit shy because each quart, to my knowledge, is a smidgen shy of a liter. All right. I'm going to take it to the bank. Laugh at Lab, not sure what that's about, but I think I'm just missing stuff from before. So, anyway, what's microagitation? Great bit squash. Grim Mite, thank you very much. So, microagitation, it's not a concept that I came up with. The credit goes to that one, to my friend Christina down out of Oregon. Okay. Years ago, she kind of came up with this concept of, when you have people spiking the bombs and doing this. And she was like, well, what if we were to like just prick the plant everywhere and try to trigger without less actual stress, but registering the same stress, but not actual physical stress to the plant to get the same results as a bottom spiking or something like that with the plant. And so she tried it a bit and sent me some pictures, and I was like, "All right, that's interesting." And then I fucked around with it, and I was like, "Shit, I actually genuinely think this is a fairly legitimate technique." And then we kept fucking around with it for the last number of years, and then before you know it, hashtag boom, it's something that I regularly talk about because it's a really smart one in that we're not doing a huge opening up where we're opening something like a giant infiltration of pathogens or something into our plant by opening up the bottom that way. And it's something that we can actually do throughout flower. So it actually starts to layer itself as it goes on that way. So that's pretty sweet. And it works. One second, everybody. I'm playing catch up for thinking. Soul Price, did you send me an email about that yet? I've got a feeling maybe you said you were going to, or you did, or and I forgot, or something. I don't know. Let's talk later after the show on that one. That's true, Cody Marijuanco. There are definitely some strains that aren't big fans of the cold themselves, okay? But the one thing I will say in terms of that is a lot of those strains aren't necessarily my personal kind of way or personal way to play, shall we say. So that's where, like a lot of the genetics on the channel, where you'll see me using these same techniques, it's just because I grow a lot of different things, but things existing within the realm of the world of indicas and kushas, etc., to kind of keep that action going. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm just playing catch up. There we go. Anyway, my friends, thank you everyone for being patient, though. We will be back to business as soon as humanly possible in terms of doing actually what we do here on the channel. Many of you know what's been going on, so we've been finding a way forward and working on that, so that's very exciting. And we're going to be having some pretty cool stuff happen, so I'm looking forward to that. And this new place that we're trying to get, well, I mean, there's a garage workshop that I'm going to convert into lab 2, so that's pretty sweet. Already has a phase 2 power feed into a big old breaker analyst, nice and set up. So we will augment that one and reprogram that to be lab 2. And the next time, we're going to make a building. Greens at 373 Steel says, I've got these 2 monster plants that are light sensitive. I'm in week 4 of flower, and I don't want to dim the lights, but I think I have to. Is there the possibility of just maybe raising your lights up a little bit? You can keep them cranked, just raise them up a bit. Is that a thing? Oh, beautiful, Matt. What are you running right now, buddy? Oh, Corey Young, that was quite funny. Just reading your comment there, my friend. I have 4 other plants in them with them, and the lights are tapped out. Happy Grower goes, do you have any tricks on how to remove chlorophyll from the RSO? I'm going to try a carbon. Well, a carbon filter will definitely get some of it out. But if you're worried about huge amounts of chlorophyll in it, why? Would be my number one question. Typically, unless you're smoking it, okay, chlorophylls and other secondaries are actually quite beneficial in the RSO if you're using for medical applications in terms of sublingual absorption under your tongue or other ways like that. I'm a big fan of using it that way. So actually, all these other secondary things in it, I find personally actually seem to help the medicine in general as an application. So my question would be, why are you trying to remove the chlorophyll? And if too much chlorophyll is a thing that you're worried about or stressed out about, I would just do quicker washes on your stuff and wash it that way. What's happening, Cannabis Caves? Good to see you. Oh, it's all right, Matt. I'm following. It's cool. I break grammar rules half the time when I speak. But yet people follow what I mean. I don't know, Soul Price. You're gonna have to check. You either did and I forgot, or we talked about it and I forgot, or I don't know. No, I feel you, Irish Wanderer, to a point for sure. What is Texas Squatch here and I missed him? Well, if you're here, Texas Squatch, what's happening, baby? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. So Cannabis Cave says, my GDP is in week 4, and it's purpling so nice. I'm in Zuckerberg jail, so there's no updates. That's all right. Facebook's pretty sensitive about a lot of stuff right now, and I think there's been a huge implementation of a lot of AI stuff that are kind of just sort of monitoring basic things. So, for example, I got in trouble while I was sleeping last night for a comment, but then it was rescinded before I even woke up and had seen it. And so, like, it was just a weird sort of history of things to see on my Facebook there. And I was like, interesting. All right. Okay. Makes sense, I guess. But, nah, shit happens, man. You know. What's up, Kev T? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Yo, there's Texas. What's happening, buddy? Good to see you, buddy. Okay, so Happy Grower, what I would do is I would just do really quick washes. So what I would do is do a quick flash freeze of your material and your alcohol. Keep that super cold. Do it together. Put it into a jar and just, give it a good swirl for about 10-15 minutes like this. Okay. And then filter it right quick and cook that down for a much lighter, refined, quick wash oil. And then I would take, you could do a couple washes on some of your materials, right? And then what you'd be able to do after that is once you've done those washes, you've cooked that down for your top vapable grade. I'd do a long soak on the secondary, so then that way you can kind of produce a little bit of each. And that would be my approach to sort of make the most out of what you can with your shit. Better.
67, we need to get that to 100.
We got up to 80 something today.
Yeah.
Right now, without plants and just in transitional motif.
Is
As
that
long as
what you're saying?
no, we're not boring, but we get to mid 80s, high 80s. I say that's pretty good for basically right now 2 dudes in a garage. Often it's normally just dude in a garage, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so we're gonna here. I'll read some of the messages here. Matthew Cassette says, "What's up, y'all?"
What's up, Matt?
Jason Julian says, Potsquatch, hey man, happy days. How is the weed growing? I might ask if your place was not being disassembled. I literally have nothing growing at the moment personally, but looking well for finding Lab 2. So we're working hard on that, and we'll get there soon and we'll be back to what we do.
Do the washing machine and the dryer go with the deal?
Oh yeah, those stay here.
Oh, they stay here. Okay.
Yeah, no, I've got some nice washing machines at the new place. So
it's an important thing to have.
Oh no, yeah, I like nice washing machines. I'm into it. Energy efficient.
I have to do the laundry because the old lady used to separate the basement at our house.
So. Oh, I feel you.
That's a scary place. I've been there.
Oh, exactly, Cannabis Caves. That's exactly what we're doing 100%. And, we're keeping it real, keeping it honest with everyone. And my God, when we come back, it will be harder, faster, better, stronger than you've ever seen before.
Reminding the people not to drink and drive. If you're in Saskatoon and you need a lift, call Safe Ride.
Also, typically, if you're in another city of another part of the world, typically a lot of cities now do have similar services. Would you not say,
That's
Mike?
true.
That's a
They're
very common
everywhere.
trend. I know they exist in Vancouver too. So we're sitting here, Safe Ride, Potsquatch Growers, both companies saying to you, we're
Kindred
not.
souls.
Yeah, you can drink. It's okay to drink. Just don't be a dumb fuck. Okay?
No keys.
There's enough
Put
of
them
things.
down or
There's
hand
enough
them to
things out
somebody
there to
else.
kill you right now.
Yeah, I'm kidding. That's yours.
Yep,
It's all good.
good.
We've been playing Let's Drink Each Other's Beer all day. It's just not a good game, generally.
Oh, right. I'm not sure, Ivan. I would guess probably not, but it's hard to say. I don't know the innards of how the YouTube counts views.
Nobody knows the innards of the YouTube.
Yeah, don't worry, Kev T. It happens when it happens. Nobody fucking rushes me. I do my shit on my own when I do it.
Get around to it when I get around to it.
Did you go check that, Mike?
I'm on that.
Joe quadruple 7B. Do I tweet? I do technically have an account, but I've never done a tweet. I think I signed up for it years ago when we were just starting the YouTube because people say you tweet. I never was a tweeter. I have yet to use my tweeting. Don't really see the point to the tweet. I see the point of the tweet, but not the tweet. Magic Land, Kanchanada, your mama. What's up, OG Quan Shinobi? Oh no, I feel you, Kev T. But I mean, until I get my stuff set up and I'm not really worried about that because they've never been important to me, and it's gonna be roughly at least a month or so. So.
No Sean. No Sean.
Okay. Tweeters are always chirping that shit.
Tweeters are twits.
Well, no, I just never understood the whole thing. So someone was asking, do I have a Twitter? And I was like, well, I technically signed up for one.
Sprayed one once.
Yeah, but I mean, it exists, I guess, in theory. I don't know if I know what email I used or what password I used, but it was originally when we were starting everything at Potsquatch Growers, and we had one, but we never did a thing.
Don't be chewing on me. No.
Mo Chronic Theist, I'm trimming up some old school chemo. Looks and smells like I remember from the 80s. Can't wait to taste it. Oh no, for sure, Kev T. We'll have a chat after the show, buddy. For those of you who are just noticing the link being shared by Gazzer76, that is where you're going to check out your very own Squanch lighting systems. That's right. Some of the most affordable professional grade tech around. But let's get back to the moment of, I do really appreciate everyone at home kind of being patient with us in terms of trying to sort of make the shift. For those of you who are aware of what happened, okay, we had to make some big changes in terms of stuff at a very last minute decision. Luckily for us, the market has been doing quite well. So we're actually flipping this house and getting another house. That's why the whole thing looking for lab 2, blah, blah, blah. We've shot what little content we can in interchange. There's actually still not an unbox. It's a mail video from Nicole. We haven't released that, Nicole. It will happen. Trust me. I just haven't had the chance to edit it or release it.
The cats are diabetic.
Yeah, the cat's just playing in the toilet in the background right now, and it's kind of funny. But at the end of the day, everybody, on days where the shows do shift or things don't happen, we are right now just sort of trying to get the business deals done of selling this house and buying a new house and on a very quick timeline trying to figure everything out. So it is not your normal standard fare, But it is going to be back there. We're going to come back harder, faster, and stronger than you've ever seen us do before. And it's going to be very exciting with a whole brand new fucking lab. And we're also going to literally be living in the middle of the mountains even more so than we are now. And, maybe we'll start doing some Sasquatch's natural nature walks. And where it's basically us on a quad, getting drunk, recording a video, or going live if we can get some.
Or falling off a quad. But the drunk part is important.
No, I'm pretty good. I'm actually astonishingly good with beer. Yeah, well, many things with the beer, But
I just quad, but the beer I didn't spill.
I didn't spill a drop, but all right.
I'm a Canadian, eh?
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
But long story short, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for just bearing with us on that one and trying to figure that one out. Einstein says, I can hear Jesus in my head. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if that persists, maybe get that checked out. Maybe get that checked out if it persists. Probably a good idea.
Jesus was just a guy. And it came to be that Peter said, I am the bread of life, or Jesus said, I am the bread of life, and without me there'll be no salvation. And Peter turned to Jesus and said, sorry, man, I wasn't listening. And then Jesus sulked in the corner and wouldn't talk to anybody the rest of the night, not even the chicks. That's what I know about God.
And that's where religion came from, according to Mikey.
You gotta get God before God gets
Hey, man, I mean, I don't even... Hey, if there was a real Jesus out there back in the hood days, I'm on board with it, sure. Sounds good. Was it the son of a God type person? I don't think so, probably. Maybe he was an alien. You never know. That makes actually more scientific sense, to be fair. But yeah, moving on. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen, home. I'm the son of two priests saying that.
Good God. Shakalaka. That's what they say, shakalaka.
No, it was funny. I liked it. No, it was good.
Mike Harabi hasn't called in the middle of the show. It's not normal.
That's because he's already on the show.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll explain that.
But he's texted watching YouTube.
Yes, he is. Just to confuse everybody.
No, I know. I'm just teasing. What's the best way to make
Opie,
every time you go fishing? Does the bun have to be in the freezer before it's pressed? Well, I'm just going to answer Vic's question here. So, Vic, in terms of making rosin, no, technically speaking, you don't need to freeze your product. I don't typically these days do that much anymore. With some of the juicier returns that I've been getting, what I've just been doing is doing a quick pre-press on it. Sometimes I'll freeze it, but
using
recently...
Canoplates from Canoplate.
Yeah, that's right. Shout out to James at Canoplates.
There you go.
So I use my pre-press. I load that up. I typically like to do a 14-gram press at a time. I destem it. 14 grams destemmed goes in. We pre-press to about 2 tons. We put it in between 2 pieces of wax paper. We pull that off, pull off the parchment paper, and we throw that into our press bang, okay? These days, for my experiments, I've been going with a really high micron, double-bagged run. Does that reduce your returns? A little bit, but like my Pink Kush did 3.7 grams on 14 on that double bag 37 micron bag doubling. So that was pretty good. So at the end of the day, you don't need to freeze it, but pre-pressing it is advised. Get yourself a pre-press is always very fun. It just works better. And if
it's about yield, you want to go that direction.
Well, yeah, and if you're trying to process, so if we're actually making and processing some material, 14 grams is the way to go. You get your pre-press, you put that 14 grams in there, you pre-press it to 2 tons, pop her out.
Hell out of it.
Yeah, well, you got to put her in the bags too. Don't forget to put it in bags, right? So you got to bag it one way, then you bag it the other, and that way you don't need to stitch it. And yeah, I used to stitch them, but I'm too lazy now, so I just use 2 damn bags, and then and it's good to go.
We'll be squishing some Pink Kush for my Evolve vaporizer pen there later this week.
Yep, I'm gonna try to break Mikey.
Yeah, well,
it's gonna be funny.
Shouldn't be too hard, really.
Well, I don't know. You got a pretty good tolerance there on you,
I do. I've been working on that for years.
Oh, yeah. So we're gonna see.
Fucking practice, man.
Can Potsquatch break Mike?
Couldn't do it with edibles. I got fucking insane tolerance for edibles.
I could totally do it. I broke Ivan. I could break Mike. Yeah. It's a stupid amount of weed that it takes to break Mike, but it is technically possible.
Well, I'm going for another Sean check. You never know.
Yeah, you never know, my friend.
That's right.
What's up, Dr. Weedman? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you.
The doctor is in.
Thank you, Donovan. a second here, everybody. I'm just like absorbing people's messages, by the way. New Grower 420. I know that I've actually heard James talk about that they're opening up to being available in other countries. James, maybe once you get home. I don't know. So we'll you know what? I was actually just talking to James. Was it today? Got a feeling it was yesterday we were talking. It was, because it was right before my house showing. So I talked to James yesterday, and he was talking about some of the new techniques in terms of making rosin he's been playing with. And I'm going to try playing with them myself and kind of checking them out. Sort of some new conceptual ideas to our approach. It's a little bit different than the initial shit that, he used to talk about and stuff. So, but I will reach out to him about that I've had people in our community around the world asking. So James, come and buy our shit yet? We're knocking that in. I feel if it's not available now, it'll be available soon for all of you. Because that's the shit that Uncle Potsquatch plans with. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a good time. It's a very good time. All right. Ontario Farmer. Has anyone ever broken a rib? Yes, I've broken one of my ribs 17 different times. I have a broken rib and just wanted to know what to expect. Other than not being able to move and in a ton of pain. Ontario Farmer, it's just a low, slow, fucking hurtful. Okay, so one, do we got a cracked rib, a full snapped rib? Did we break it halfway on the... That's my question. And I'm happy to give you my humble 2 cents on that one as well, because quite frankly, I have injured myself or gotten injured a lot in my lifetime. The joke I often make of being a professional idiot is quite literally for a reason. All right. 90 micron or lower, Victor. 90 would be your bare minimum. Typically, I would say press 90 for flour. Going a lower micron if you're doing hash or other things is important. But like these days, I'm even pressing my flour on a 37 micron. Super nice filtration on that double bag on that one. So, rock and roll, right? Joe, with your keef, you could do a number of things. You can press that into a wonderful hash brick. You can cook with it. You can make it into candy. You can make it into toffees. Well, I guess that's a candy too. I was thinking more hard candy than a soft candy. You can also press that into dabs if it's not too old. And still has some of that nice, sexy lifeblood, rosins within itself. You can press it that way as well, so you can do that. Well, I'll tell you a funny story. I've broken my body a lot of times. So when I was 9 years old, this one's funny. Okay, this one was when I was about 8 or 9 years old. Okay, so anyway, long story short, I was getting this. My sister had been fucking around my shit, put nail polish on my shit. So I was mad, and I took her nail polish and I put it on top of my bookshelf. So I went up, and she was like, "Can I please have it back?" And I was like, "Okay, fine." So I went up onto my, chair, and I grabbed it off top of my bookshelf, and then I got off the chair into a windowsill. And it was about like a foot and a bit off the ground. Like, it's not high, but I tripped off the power cord. So I went down like this, right? Just like this. And my left arm did this. It hit like this, and it goes... And at first I didn't even realize as a kid what had happened, because I was wearing quite a baggy t-shirt at the time, and then the sleeve falls back, and I'm looking at it and I go, "Oh shit, I'm not supposed to have two elbows." My friend Charles was there, and he was watching, and he to this day is one of the palest motherfuckers you've ever seen. And I didn't know someone who was already so pale could go so pale. And then first thing happened, so he runs down to my dad. It was on a Sunday after church. He comes down, John, my dad's a priest, obviously, right? We just got home from church, and so he runs, John, Josh's arm's all bleh. So my dad is like, fuck, he probably just thinks he's broken his arm. So he's sitting at the bottom of the stairs screaming, Josh, I'm just swearing Bloody Mary, right? Like, so he comes upstairs, first thing my dad says, looks in through the door, looks at my arm, and he goes, "Yep, that's broken." I just turned him, "No fucking shit, you fucking asshole!" Ah! Oh, and so anyway, Dad comes in. He goes, "Look, you got to do this, okay, bud? Just," and he snaps it straight and resets it. I go to the hospital and they go, "Jesus Christ, we would have never tried to do it that way, but it's been perfectly set, zero nerve damage and nothing." And my dad found that out, and he just makes a joke. He's like, "That's because I work for the church." Oh, good times. Anyway, getting back to the show here, everybody. Nice D, Childress. Okay, 1 second here. Cannabis caves. If that is a legitimate question, I'm happy to answer it. I would tell you that all people of faith or different denominations as religious leaders that I know, including my parents, would anyone who I would respect listening to would not have an issue with it. My father is an Anglican priest of almost 40 years. My father owns 15% as a religious leader of my company. Okay, so he if he can own that, I mean, at least the Anglicans, for the most part, I think, are okay with it. Different, more conservative or evangelical motifs may still have issues with pot, and that's going to be something that comes out over time. In terms of denominations and stuff, oh, Mike,
Yeah,
are you getting a beer?
I am.
Awesome, get me one if you don't mind.
All right.
Please and thank you, thank you. In terms of faith, though, any denomination, my humble 2 cents, is going to judge you or look down on you for smoking pot is the stupidest thing ever. If we want to go all theology in terms of cannabis on the Bible, yes, there's references to all the plants and herbs, etc., that were gifted to us by God. At the end of the day, I support 100% your choice to try faith out and kind of go that way. But I'll tell you, any denomination or what I'm going to look at as a faction of Christianity. I grew up in the church, so maybe I have some stark opinions on it. But that's going to tell you that marijuana is the devil or marijuana is the bad thing is a fucking idiot. Okay? And they aren't aligned with what I would view, if God were to exist, what a God is. When I was 14, I did get caught by my parents with a considerable amount of marijuana in my bedroom. And on that day, it's the first time I really got caught for weed. I was 14. And, my mom was like, marijuana is the devil. And I just looked at her and I said, Mom, you're smart and I love you and respect you. But right now, that's fucking retarded what you're saying. You always taught me that the devil doesn't even exist. There is no Satan. It was all bullshit created by patriarchal bullshit. My dad taught me the same damn shit. Anglicans don't believe in like a hell or anything.
Brought
like
your
that.
prop.
Oh, thank you. Here, thank you. And so at the end of the day, in terms of that question, that's a very real question. I really respect that question, actually. So you've been going through some stuff and you're newer to the faith world. And I do come from a religious family and a religious background. And so that's at least my humble 2 cents in terms of the answer to faith, new and communities and what they may tell you in terms of cannabis. And that's my humble 2 cents.
His humble 2 cents is up to $1,936.42, by the way. If
Huh?
you're keeping count.
What's that?
Your humble 2 cents count is up to $1,936.22.
I do talk a lot.
Yeah, you do. Verbal diarrhea, they call that.
Yeah, right. Tommy 420 says, "Do you think I can dry my weed in a big paper bag and just cut it into pieces and maybe slice a few holes?" You could do that. I mean,
Or you can just hang it for hangers.
Hanging's great.
Dark.
It's the best way to do it. Keep it intact if you can. If you're worried about kind of keeping it out of sight, out of mind, doing a breakdown, you could totally. It's what we used to call back in the day, just like the brown paper bag dry.
Drying the whole plant
Yeah.
at once is the way to go.
It is the way to go. But I mean, at the same time, for the new grower who wants to play with it, I've done it that way myself years and years and years ago. Let's be fair, I only did it a couple times that way, and it's kind of like, I'm not a fan of this.
Those big sort of stainless steel looking tub things are pretty cool. I don't know what they call those. They're for drying and curing. Great big sort of round.
I don't know about those, but I mean, I do like the drying racks you can get, the weird spiral wicker and stuff like that, you know, the different levels. I mean, I wouldn't personally use one, but I mean, they are a nifty idea, and it is a good space saver in certain
And it
senses,
depends
right?
on how much product you got to dry.
Also, too, a lot of people want to kind of keep it out of sight, out of mind, too, and that makes sense, right?
Keep it away from the kitties now.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be the Sean's.
That sounded, that changed in variance, didn't it?
It did.
It
I'm
did.
starting to learn
So
the ways.
you're learning the ways of the midget dog, aren't you? Mikey's starting to learn how to speak to dogs, or our dogs anyway. Oh, I mean, Integrity Farms, I mean, in my mind, everyone, look, anyone in our army, in our community who's religious, I will support your right to be so. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by your beliefs and your right to have them. And I will totally stand by you, 100%, eh? My personal opinion is I think it's all a load of fucking crap. Why does Uncle Potsquatch think that religion and the concept of some magical father or mother figure living out there is a load of crap?
Hogwash.
Doesn't make any fucking sense. And two, we are an ape-like species who are barely just learning to do a few things.
Some of us more ape than others.
We can't even treat each other right. We can't even get along. We can't even not fuck our planet. And somehow we have the audacity to think that, or the ego,
unmedicated audacity,
to sit here and go, we know what creation is. We know how the infinite existence, which is the universe, has been created. What qualifies for this? Well, we come from a third rock of a sun in a fucking minor fucking galaxy and an even more minor fuck all fucking solar system on the edge of it. We're basically the fucking backward hicks of the universe, man. And we have the audacity, the arrogance to think that we know what God is.
Jesus and God.
But hey, if I'm wrong, may God strike this audience dead.
Oh.
Did anyone die?
Yeah.
That wasn't my joke. That was from the great George Carlin, someone who I look very much up to. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's my personal opinion on it. But secondly, I fully stand by anyone's right to religion, and I have no issues with it. I know more theology than most theologians. I grew up in it. Maybe that's why I have an opinion on it. Who knows? But there we go. But we don't actually have to talk about religion. Everyone, that came from a very real question. And thank you, my friend Cam's Caves. I believe it was you who asked that about recently joining faith and actually asking a question about sort of in terms of cannabis. And that actually probably was the first time we've been asked that question ever on a show in over 3 years.
Just remember, folks, God's a bad drug. Don't do too much of it.
At least most cuts on it that people are shuffling.
Yeah.
At least in my humble 2 cents. Joe Quadruple said, be like, help me, Jeebus. That's like, help me, Jeebus. Or maybe do we need weed just?
It's like the old man who passed away and he wanted to get into heaven. And St. Peter stopped him at the pearly gates and said, well, you know, we can't let you in because the amount of times you took the Lord's name in vain. Well, how many times was it? 1,000,000,006? Jesus fucking Christ, he says.
Hey, maybe he just said it over and he'd let him in. You know.
Yeah, well, they're kind of sketchy that way.
Yeah, well.
Different rules for different folks.
To be fair, in my humble 2 cents, everybody, The Force from Star Wars, written by a guy in his mom's basement before he became a bajillionaire, makes a hell of a lot more sense than most organized religions professing of some godlike figures that created the universe. The Force makes a hell of a lot more sense, both spiritually and scientifically to me personally. But
just Darth Vader alone should be proof enough the Force exists.
Yeah.
And that music every time he shows up. Fuck.
You can find better religious teachings in Doctor Who than you can in fucking actual the Bible or world religion, really, in my humble 2 cents. But at least in the modern day society.
Exactly.
Before they rewrote the Bible 1,000 times.
See, I should be doing a time update here. Shouldn't I? Yeah, an hour and 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Hey, you got the time right this time. See, Gunch Mama, you don't need to check his math.
Well, you know, I dare to overachieve occasionally.
I am also a Star Trek fan, Joe Quadruple 7B, my friend. I am also a Star Trek fan. Did you ever watch the Trek there, Mikey?
Oh, Trek, silly! I trek myself to death.
All right.
Okay.
So what? Which show was
New
your
Generation,
show?
original, all of it. Except I don't like Deep Space Nine.
I never liked
Not a
it
big
much,
fan
but
of
it
that.
grew on me. What you got to get
Voyager,
into?
not a fan of that.
Voyager was the greatest Star Trek of all of them,
Is that right?
in my opinion.
I don't know. I still like Jean-Luc Picard.
Oh no,
He's my
yeah, no, he's my kind of bald asshole too.
Yeah.
But anyway, long story short, everyone has their different opinions, but I love Trek. I mean, I was always a fan of Voyager. I actually was a big fan of Enterprise. A lot of people hated on Enterprise.
Most of the dialogue of the original series committed to memory.
Well, that's not bad then. That's not bad. I've got most basic storylines of all shows in my head.
That
So.
goes to show you that enough reruns will ingrain that in your brain. That's how that goes. The Gorn episode was one of my favorites. How did they get that green lizard looking dude there?
Well, exactly. And greens and 373 steel. That's why the Potsquatch Growers community is a place where you can all have your own thoughts. We don't have to agree on everything. Guess what? Oh my God, there's a community where humans are allowed to be themselves. And we can treat each other with respect and compassion and still fucking hang out and still be friends. And we don't even need to agree. It's okay. That's actually kind of like something the world's wants.
Just remember, don't be a dick fuck.
Yeah, don't be a dick fuck. Treat people with respect.
Be a weenie, but be a good weenie.
And the occasional accidental dick fuckery happens. And, well, one, own up to it and apologize, and it'll be okay.
Exactly.
I'm a much more agreeable man if you just own up to shit.
Were you painting something white recently?
Yep.
I could tell.
Yeah, the washer.
It's all over your shoes.
Yeah.
Evidence.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, brand new shoes. I just bought them the day I did that.
Of course you did.
Yep. That's who I am.
Should have just been painting barefoot. You know.
Gets in the hair then, though.
As long as it's latex based, you're okay. Well, I'm going for a dart.
Have fun, my friend.
Coming for a dart?
You
haven't darted in a while.
No, I know. Not yet.
I'm on Sean Patrol, too.
That's true, too. No, exactly the Quiet Witch. 100%. I agree. But it's going to be all right, my friends. And at the same time, I'll just take a few minutes to talk about sort of my excitement that we are... the Quiet Witch. Are there any other lady Potsquatches? Yes, there are. Nicole is here. Nicole, say hi to Sarah. You know who Sarah is. I talked to you about her the other day. Betty Potsquatch is here. She just came in. Yeah, little black Betty. Hi, Betty. Want to say hi to everybody, Betty? Everybody, this is Betty. Say hi, Betty. It's a good little puppy. Then we've got Gonjan on the old mama. There's actually a significant sort of growing female population in the Potsquatch group, actually, which is quite nice to see. And, I just think that many of the female Potsquatchers don't always talk as much on the show. And they're allowed to, by the way. It's not like that. Everyone's welcome. So don't feel shy, ladies, if you're at home and wanting to participate. Nicole's here. Sarah's here. Don't be scared. It's all right. Everyone's all right, Donovan, if you mean the dog I just picked up, that's a dog, not a cat. It's a very tiny dog. Mogwai, you want to come here? Come here, Moggy. Come say hi. Come say hi. There you go. Everybody, this is the other dog. This is her brother, little Mogwai. Hey, Mogwai, say hi. Hello. Hello. Little Mogwai. There's Betty again. There we go. But anyway, long story short, everybody, we are going to also be having a standard show tomorrow as well. Standard 3 p.m. time. I really truly appreciate everyone's patience right now while we are currently in our transitional period here at Potsquatch Growers, and Einstein, he's got to be such a little cunt. Einstein, no, I'm putting you on a timeout again. Einstein, you're on timeout now because this is not a frat house. Okay, we don't speak like that. Dang dang. Okay, at the end of the day, okay, we're a place of all people. Okay, all colours, all orientations, all identifications, all superstitions, all religions, or whatever. Okay, so that kind of talk is just juvenile and stupid. Okay, you're all right. Okay, but just don't do it anymore. Okay, moving on. Anyway. Short story, Lauren. That's basically how my brain typically works, Joe. Well, the funny thing is, Red Claw, I really love little Mogwai because he's really, got this big little beard growing in off his head now, and it's like totally growing like a little beard, and I'm like, oh my god, he's got a beard. It was pretty cool. I'm proud of my little dog kid. Well, Soul Price, before it's taken on as an official thing for the community, obviously I got to check it out, see what it is, learn about it before because we are a formal thing too. So let's have some conversations, just you and me. Teach me what it is, show me what it is. If it is something that becomes a formal thing, I'll need to be a co-admin with all access as well, or someone that I appoint to do it on my behalf with you. But totally down to maybe adopt that into everything. Just let's have some conversations before it's a formalized thing, okay? Just so one, you can explain to me a bit more about exactly how it is and what it is and all that jazz, okay? And I'm gonna need full access to it, or else it just doesn't work. But 100% interested, and totally could be 100% a thing that I decide that I'm 100% on board with. 100% that it could be 100%. But I'm going to need to learn a little bit more in terms of that before we do that 100%. So shoot me an email. I'm assuming you have Soul Price, and we'll talk just to remind me too. So there's so many things going on right now, but we'll talk about that. Any Sean yet? Oh, that's not bad. Oh.
Back down, I just sat down.
No, I know. Here. You say hi to everyone. I'll go pee and have a cigarette.
I'm back, kids.
There we go. Talk to Mike, everybody.
All right. Okay, what's going on, everybody? It's beautiful here in BC today. Minus 32 in Saskatchewan. They can keep it. Time for Name That Strain. That's an interesting concept. Greens and Steel, 373 Steel. What's up, buddy? Nice to see you, man. We should be timing him, see how long it takes him to pee. Matthew, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, bud. Hope you're growing good. Or well, or whatever the proper English is. Oh, I hate the cold too, ganja nana, your mama. That's why I escaped to BC. Yeah, married for 20 years. To a beautiful girl from Chile in South America. I'm a lucky man. The Quiet Witch says she hates the cold too, don't we all? Hello, Jose. I'm not sure who you're referencing there, Ganjanana, but hello, Jose. I agree. I have a stepson named Jose. He has a cousin named Jose. We call him Hose B. Cheese is a good strain. Josh is one of his favorites, actually. Yeah, mustache is looking okay. Handlebar, yeah, I'll consider it. Hoser, that's funny. Yeah, the Jose and Hose B thing's a natural. It's just too funny. Actually, the two Jose's get confused at the bank. They don't know which is which. Because they're both Jose Flores. Yeah. Miracle Alien Cookies, cheese, and purple panty dropper. Sounds like an interesting combination. 15 and 12 inches of fresh snow here. Yuck. Snow sucks. But a 16-hour drive to get here to visit Josh. Cold, snowy drive the whole way. Although 16 hours isn't bad when you think about it. Not that Canada's a big country or anything. Only takes a week to go from end to end. I do grow, as a matter of fact, and mostly BC strains. Go figure. I grow at a buddy's farm. Very safe for me at the farm. I'm going to be here about a week, Ganjanana. I'm taking some time off from the drunk rodeo. My brain needs a break. Growing Rockstar Kush. I'm also growing Jamaican Landrace and some stuff like that. Sorry, I can't hook you up with a wrench. I don't have the power. That's a Josh thing. 16 hours is a long haul. Although I stopped halfway and slept at a motel, which was kind of shabby and cold. Oh, I'm your father, Luke. Excellent. Somebody needs to be my father. I will enjoy my stay, definitely. Told Ganjanana, your mama, I'm staying here for a week.
That's right.
She's excited for me.
Kathy the Squatch.
You're back.
What do people say?
I don't know. You can read what the people are saying.
I have good practice.
Yeah. Got a few miles on you.
Okay, Jose Botero says, I have a little question. Hit me, Jose.
Or Hose B. Yeah.
DJ Drew goes, what's it like hanging out with Squatch off camera?
He's pretty cool. I won't admit that, though. My Chilean wife, there's no need for a restraining order. She's okay.
I'm so glad she does not watch our shows.
No, she
Oh,
doesn't.
God.
She would.
Her sons might, though.
She would not have the patience for the drivel that comes out of both of us. But sorry to hear about the restraining order thing, man. That's a drag.
Shit happens. Is this empty?
I think so.
Yes. Ashtray.
Oh yeah, sure. I know what to do with that.
But yes, so anyway, everybody, long story short, realistically,
Hindu or
the way,
pink?
Hindu, I think that's the Hindu.
The best part about being visiting Josh for a week is I get spoiled by smoking a lot of good ganj. Yeah.
seeing the shit
Taking
that
some
was
home
on the
too
film.
that's fairly cheap, which is also a bonus.
Well, this is where I have friends, right? So Mike comes in and he's like, I need to get some medicinals for myself. I was like, well, I got some friends who actually have some decent prices on some stuff right now. And no, actually, it's not me, everyone. I'm keeping my weed for me. 'Cause I'm a greedy, I'm a greedy piglet. But
Show everybody the prop.
no.
Show off your prop.
Okay, so today, Mikey got here and I took him for lunch. We went to the Sasquatch. And so we're coming back. I was like, oh, let me check my mail. So we went and checked the mail, and there's this thing. So we're selling our house formally now. And so all of these companies are aware of it. So there's just all this random mail like, hey, we heard you're moving.
Well, I make money off of that.
Yeah, like, right? So this one thing, it was in a big yellow envelope, and it just said to homeowner. And it obviously had something in it. And I was like, what the fuck? That's weird. And so...
he was a little worried about that.
Yeah, you know, who's sending me arsenic now?
Yeah.
But it was actually just this company that's a storage company, but they sent me a really nifty fucking LED light thing.
Now, if we convince somebody to stand over a plant with that, we can grow with it.
Hey, Mike.
Oh, this is cool. I could do this for hours.
Let's test. This is where chloroform will help with our experiment, everyone. Yeah. Don't worry, he signed all the appropriate documentation.
Taking enough benzodiazepam that I should be okay.
We'll find out.
It's a mystery. Fuck, idiot. Here, take this joint before somebody gets hurt. Oh boy. LED joint. Fuck. We're simple folk, but we enjoy ourselves.
It's about life's simple pleasures. Look,
It is.
I got a clicky LED thing made out of similar LEDs to our grow lights in the
Be able
mail.
to torture your wife with that later tonight. That'll be interesting.
Where were you in the night of something?
Yeah. Signs the papers.
Hey! Okay, I'll look back at Jose's question. Sorry, I'll do that. I missed Jose's question.
Yeah.
Okay, Jose, I'm on week 8 of my grow. My girls still have a lot of green pistols. Okay, yeah. But my trikes are milky. Should I let them keep going another week? Fuck yeah. Jose, I'm a big fan of kind of a later pick anyway.
Remember that baby out.
If it's not like you had them all go away and they kind of shriveled up and then new pistols all of a sudden showed up, if it's been a continual pistol where they're very fresh, I'd keep that going for at least another week or two by the sounds of what I'm roughly hearing. Without, so. Who? What?
Much love from the UK was that last message.
From who?
I'm not sure. I didn't catch it.
I don't know. I'm behind. Oh, there we go. Yo, Stevie E. Much love back to the UK. Back to you, my friend.
I always want to go to the UK someday. I'm a big Coronation Street fan.
Stevie has a question.
Okay.
Okay, can you please explain bud washing to me? So basically, typically bud washing is something we're going to be using predominantly on an outdoor crop.
Yeah.
I washed in the last crop because I was doing a lot of home renovations, and there was a lot of mild fucking sawdust in the other parts of the house, and you never know. And I'm an anal retentive asshole, and so...
Well, you're an asshole. Right?
Yeah, well, at least that part. But so I bud washed it. So how did we do that? So basically, it was about a liter of 3% solution, H2O2, to 20 gallons of water, okay? We wash first in the hydrogen peroxide solution, okay? Gets all the dust particulate, or if it was an outdoor with dirt and bugs and other crap, we get that over, and then we rinse it.
I'd love
and then
to come
you shake it off, and then you dry it. Einstein, no, do not piss on your plants. We've already talked about this before. Maybe not with you per se, but this has been something we've had a number of conversations on the channel.
No, you can't dilute it. It doesn't make
Don't just piss. You can use your piss to make fucking fertilizer, but don't.
It's only if you're really, really poor.
Just don't go piss on your plants. A fun trick for your outdoor crops, though, if you eat a lot of red meat, you can piss around your crop, and deer and other things will smell that as a predator, and they'll keep away from your weed. So that's a good thing. You don't want to piss on your weed. You can piss around your weed for outdoor, though.
Fucking deer can eat a lot of weed.
You got to eat a lot of red meat, though, for that to work. That's Sean. Remember I told you know the engine when he's here? That's Sean's engine.
Beautiful.
Okay, I'll be out in 5 minutes. I'll finish the show.
Sure.
Go entertain.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely his Audi. Yep. See? You start to learn engines when you know people. Einstein, I'm not mad at you, but you're being more irritating than usual. I'm not sure why. Maybe you're having a bad day, but you're kind of being a bit of a dick. What's up, Lobster Boy? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the show, yeah. What's happening, Evil Green Thumb? Hello to you, my friend. Motherfucker Jones, it's all right, baby. Don't worry about that. Oh my God, you had a house fire and are in the middle of a reconstruction. Jesus Christ. Well, motherfucker Jones, I hope you and everybody's all right. And I wish you well on your rebuild, my friend. I've been a little absentee myself, trying to sell my house and buy another house. It's been stressful. Gordy's fish. Oh, that's fun. Jonathan Regner, I personally crank my shit. Basically, the second I go into flower, I go full power. 100%. I crank my rigs full pretty much the whole time. The second things go into flowering, I'm cranking 100%. I'm just making those bitches rock. You know what I'm saying? That's how I approach our tech. I mean, yeah, is it the most forgiving way to use your toys? No. But I'm me. Matthew Cassette. So technically, right now, to my understanding, we have a signed accepted offer on a place. One of my conditions is I've still got to sell this place, and I haven't done that yet. A lot of interest though, so that's looking good. I've got all my mortgage stuff figured out, and I'm pretty sure I've got a signed accepted offer with conditions. So once I flip the place and I make sure that that place doesn't have a bunch of shit that's fucking wrong with it, we're good to go. So it's looking like, I mean, the term of time of actual transitional stuff is technically 60 days as of a day ago when I signed it initially, or 2 days ago when I signed the first one. We've been kind of going back and forth and, like, haggling on the price on the house for the last couple of days. And we finally came to terms today on stuff. So, but with conditions. So it's not a done deal. It's not 100%, but we're a hell of a lot closer now to figuring it out than we were only days ago. So we will hopefully have a beautiful lab 2 for you very soon. Yes, there is the Quiet Witch. I didn't invent it. YouTube did. Dude, motherfucker Jones, you got this. I believe in you, man. My thoughts are with you, and it's going to be amazing. You can fix your crib. What's up, Cam D? What's happening? Thank you very much, Phantom Spaz. We're working on it, right? I mean, I won't lie to you. It's killing Uncle Potsquatch so much to not just be making our normal videos, doing updates, growing plants, keeping it real, just being ourselves and having fun with shit. It's killing me a little bit on the inside. It's really hard doing a show where it's basically your dude in a fucking garage right now. I mean, it's a renovated garage, but still, like, it's what it feels like, right? So, at the end of the day, it sucks. I even feel bad that we're not making weird, sexy, wonderful weed titties yet, but we're doing what we have to do to kind of grow everything, grow the channel, and make some pretty exciting changes happen for everyone. In the last couple minutes of the show, I will point out again the episode that is being done with Uncle Potsquatch is the dude talking on it on a show. It's called All In with Rick Jordan, and it is about the new age entrepreneurs and etc. etc. It's a pretty fun episode, actually. Here, I'll pull up the email from their production team. The episode that is my episode, everybody, actually has a pretty badass name. I can't remember it off the top of my head, so I'm pulling up the emails here. Bear with me. All right. Shout out to Ashley. Okay. So this is the show notes that's coming out, but here's the title of the episode: Cannabis, Big Pharma, and corporate greed. Uncle Potsquatch is the one talking the whole show with the host of the show about that. So check that one out. The fun thing about that title for me is like they made that title out of what I ended up talking about on the show. But check that out. That's on Apple Podcasts. It's on a show called All In with Rick Jordan. It's funny. Uncle Potsquatch did the show. We recorded it. Then, like 3 minutes after I was done recording it via Zoom with their production team down in the States, power here goes out. I was like, oh, fuck. Either that's a good sign or it's a bad sign. Then I spent the next like 2 or 3 hours fucking having a panic attack, being like, God damn it, did it go good or did it go bad? Did I sound good or did I sound like a fucking idiot? Anyway, but it turns out supposedly they loved what we shot. It was they thought it was one of the best episodes they'd ever shot. They could be blowing smoke up my ass, but at the end of the day, they seemed happy with whatever happened. I barely remember what I said. But it's got a cool title based off whatever the fuck I ended up talking about, and that goes live on their podcast show the 28th. I believe that's this Thursday. We're going to be doing a tiny little live stream. What's up, Alex Squatch? We're going to be doing a tiny little live stream on their Instagram via our Instagram. Supposedly they said I just show up and they can bring me on the show, and I was like, all right, that sounds cool. I don't know. I don't know much about it, but they've got a much bigger Instagram than I do, so I figure they understand it a bit more than I. Not to mention, he's the CEO of a giant cyber tech company. So something tells me he understands computers potentially a little bit more than I. But, so, long story short, we're going to be doing that kind of earlier on in the day, I believe. We'll go live our time, like 9:15 our time, BC time is a quick little, it's only like 15 or 20 minutes, I think. Or so, but it's just a little promotional live stream on the Insta that we'll do for the new episode, and that'll come out that day. Maybe it'll be out when we're doing it. I don't fucking know. It's their company, not mine. I just showed up and talked. But anyway, that's coming out. We got potentially a new lab 2 coming for everybody. I'll know more in coming week or two about how things are going. Main part right now is I got to flip this bitch. It's one of the conditions of our agreed upon sale today, and long story short, my friends, keep it real, keep it sexy. Remember, the true grower is the forever student. The true grower's not afraid to take risks. Sometimes the grower has to take risks in terms of putting his house on the market, flipping that bitch, trying to buy a bigger house, and fucking go for the gusto, even in a pandemic when the world's trying to come and fuck you in the ass. And that sometimes is taking that risk. But go with the gusto, believe in yourself. We are the Potsquatches. We all stay together. We all live together. We are international now, baby. We grow by the day. We are a force to be reckoned with. All of us stand together. We are the fucking Potsquatch Growers Army, motherfuckers. And we're here for the wheat titties, but also the human beings, you know. And, sometimes, we ain't gonna take it. We may have to bring the party rocking, or sometimes we're just be like fucking all right, righteous rock and roll. We would like to help with that. That's pretty cool. Okay. But anyway, everybody, Uncle Potsquatch loves you. I'm going to fuck off now, but check out CBD line, check out Light Brand, bunch of new things coming very soon. It's going to be very sexy. Working on some things, going to be maybe announcing a soon sale on certain things. I'll tell you soon. Working on that. Always have side projects while trying to sell house by house, Anyway, I love you, motherfuckers. Keep it real. Word to your goddamn mother. #boom. Whoop. There we go. Woo! Peace and love.